Hello, everyone. My name is Sagar Arora, and I'm responsible for Yaskawa Motion Sales in Ontario, Canada. Today, I'm going to be talking about the web browser functionality available on our motion controllers. It's a great functionality, whether you are an OEM or an end user. If you are an OEM, if you make any changes to your program, you can send it to your end user and they can use the web browser functionality to upload that new program. And then as an OEM, you don't have to visit the customer because they can make the changes right on the web browser. If you're an end user, this feature is also very beneficial for you because you can either do the diagnostic or you can update your controller firmware, or you can receive the archive from the controller or upload the new archive which is sent to you by your OEMs. I have a demo which I'm connected to right now. So I would like to give you a little flavor of how this functionality works. As I said, I'm already connected to a MP3300 controller. So let's go on the web browser. So all you need to do is you just put the IP address of the controller and then you can reach the web browser page. After that, your next step would be login the controller. With all Yaskawa controllers, your login is admin with a capital, and your password is in this case, I have a MP3300 controller, so it will be all caps MP3300. And after that, you sign in. Once you sign in, you should be able to see the archive that's available in your controller. There are a lot of other features here that you can take benefit of. In fact, you can also do a simple move using the web browser when you have a brand new controller. Anyways, so as you can see the archive here, which is in the controller right now, I can see it. So let's delete this archive. So typically what you do is anytime you make a changes in the archive, you would reboot the controller. So let's say in this case, so since we deleted the whole archive, we should reboot the controller for changes to take into effect. So once the reboot is done, I should be back online again. And as my controller is rebooting right now, it usually takes a couple of minutes to do that. And I can see already the lights going from red to green. There you go. So I am again online, and now my controller is literally has nothing in it. So it's a blank controller. So now let's try to send the archive. So let's say if I'm an end user and my OEM has sent me a program. So all I need to do is I will press the send button. I'll press this add archive button. In my case, I know I had put my file here in my downloads, my project. So that's my file. I'll press open and then I will press the send button and I will say install. So see how it's now, how the new archive is being installed right now, and it's up and running. And you, as I said, you should reboot whenever you install or delete archive. You should always reboot to make sure the changes are taken into effect. So one more reboot and then my controller should be up and running. And again, I can see the reboot happening right now. And in a couple of minutes, it should be back up and running. And it's there now. So now my new archive is already in place with the new program. So as I had mentioned before, you can, if you're an end user, you can receive this from the controller. So you can give it any name you want and save it on your computers. So that's if you have any questions on this functionality, feel free to reach out to me and I would be glad to answer your questions. Thanks a lot for watching it and have a great day.